I went to hell and back just to tell you more about Hellsweeper. I'm Josh 13. Let's get this fire going. You're in a dimension that you might be familiar with. Hell, you know the place with unicorns, rainbows and torture? Okay, mainly torture and a bit of blood and fire here and there. Not sure how I got here, but some might think I deserve it. Now the only thing I can do is try and survive this hell. Is it Thursday already? In this roguelike adventure, you have different weapons to your arsenal. All these weapons are intended to hurt, because it's a true hack and slash in VR. You even have elemental powers, but it's useful when you get bored of making headshots with your gun or chopping off demons' heads. As far as I could process this dungeon, I found there's enough room to crawl. While you're surviving these spaces, you can find altars that you need to destroy to get currency and keys that will lead to chests. In these chests you will find all kinds of stuff, like money, shop trips and upgrades, to make it even deeper into the depths of hell. These upgrades will change throughout every run and makes every run feel different. There's also cool looking hands that stick out of the floor. In order to open them, you need to complete the objective. This will lead towards more upgrades, but you yet again will need. There's even a possibility to merge these abilities together with recipes, to forge them into something new. What I'd like to point out is that you can bring a friend to hell, and in this case it's positive. Now you can tackle those insane difficulties. To bring more color into your life, press that like button and subscribe for good fortune. My impressions were on a high note, because it was made by one of my favorite, if not favorite developers, Vertigo Games. Hellsweeper is very intense, and it might not be the best choice for the beginner VR player or if you get sick easily, because you'll be turning, running, teleporting, dashing and swinging your arms. And sometimes it feels like you're doing it all at the same time. The strange thing was that it felt like my screen was rotated a bit to the left, so I had to physically turn a bit. And I did find the hand gesture a bit confusing at the start of my gameplay. But the more I got comfortable with the controls, the more I wanted to do sicker moves every time I saw a demon. And I can honestly say, this is the first time I really enjoyed teleporting, and being able to turn slow motion on top of that makes for some very cool combat. You don't have too many buttons as controls. You have teleportation with your right joystick. You do this by pressing it forward. A fun thing is that you have double jump. I'd never seen this until now. The lower action button lets you slow down time for an X amount. And then the upper action buttons are to dash. Here comes the fun part. By flicking your hand inward, outward or in the direction, you can summon an infinite number of weapons and magical powers. Also, holding a gun in different positions will cause your gun to react differently when you have obtained the ability. Fun stuff. You can also choose to reload your weapon manually. This will give your bullets an extra upgrade. Then there are also tons of weapon and elemental abilities to choose from, but it's all a little bit too much to go over. I did find the throwing could use an improvement. It's better to push the fireball towards the target than throwing it. The fast movements don't always register well. There's not much dialogue in this game, but I do like the voice. Hellsweeper is all about the action, and you can hear it in their weapons. There's the clashing of the metal, summoning sounds and the dropping of the coins when you made it to the end or when you open a chest. There's also soft ambient music present in the background, and you can hear it when you turn on slow motion. I did find the commentary is the same most of the time, but like I said, I like the voice, so it did not bother me. What I did find is the staff shooting is a bit misplaced, and the charging of the melee weapon could use more of an epic sound effect in my opinion. But to be fair, it's packed with action and those things can be easily missed. Just like the demon sounds, they're there and they vary, but you really need to keep your ears open to hear them. Because when you're surrounded, safety does come first, and not sound. This is my opinion, but I'm still getting used to zombies, freaky creatures and now demons from hell. But I'm starting to get the appeal a bit more every time I play a game like it. It does help that I could slice them up in a million pieces. That said, you can see that it's an older game from Vertigo Games. Something like Arizona 2 looks better. So it's good they are improving. But with Hellsweeper, I was not a fan of the puddles of blood or with the portals. They looked flat and the blood should not be transparent. At least I think it was blood. So I could say they could improve the environmental and some other small things. But they have in newer games, and I think they are heading towards the right direction. And not too long ago they have released a patch, so it's good to know they're still supporting things. I would give this game an 8 out of 10. Hellsweeper does have some very interesting creatures, but I personally don't mind killing. Something I really enjoyed was the slashing. You can slash them demons up in many pieces, but I might get a little bit too much enjoyment out of. I just love the jumping slightly above them, turning on a slow motion and go wild dog crazy. The flicking to conjure a weapon is a very interesting one, and I did like it. And I think it works even better with the magical powers. That said, you really need to keep your hands into your vision to have the best success when flicking. The fast movement did not always catch up with what you tried to do in the game. All that said, Vertigo Games, that's near me, and that I've sent a message, Vertigo Games, is on my top picks and does make me feel like you can't really go wrong with them. And I just love the way they keep having multiplayer in their games. I really hope to see more of the excellence soon. I know I gave the game an 8. And this was a tough one. If you have played the game and come across my video, leave a comment and help somebody else out. I am Josh13. It's good to have you here, but it's even better to see you next time.